I'm Jason Kehrli. I work here at Prestige Volkswagen here in Santa Rosa, and today I was going to show you the 2009 Volkswagen Jetta S. A few things I'd like to point out about this car is starting with the engine. You have a partial zero emissions vehicle here. It's a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder. One of the unique features about this engine is that you do get great horsepower and torque, 170 horsepower, 177 foot-pounds of torque, but at the same time with the 5-cylinder you're getting the fuel economy of a 4-cylinder, but the power of a 6, and it kind of meets it right in the middle with that 5th cylinder. One of the other things you'll note here too is you have chipped and fade-resistant headlight doors here in the front to protect you from rocks or anything like that. Everyone's had their fog lights cracked in the past. You won't see that anymore with these. Standard on these cars too, which you don't find a lot of its competitors that are out there like Toyota, Honda, Ford, just to give a few examples, like the Civic or Corolla, for example, is standard anti-lock disc brakes all the way around on all 4 corners of the car, in addition to traction control standard on these cars. Another thing you'll note, too, is that you also have breakaway mirrors. Nice feature to have. It's a whole lot better than, it's a lot better to have something like, say, a paint scuff or something like that versus a broken mirror. Save a little bit of time there in service. You also note, too, most cars, they have the blinkers mounted up here. What Volkswagen has done is they've actually mounted the blinker up here now. You'll see that right here. And the benefit to you with that is this is actually right at eye level. So when you're in traffic and you're making a lane change, people are going to see that very clearly if they don't see it right up there in the front. Another thing you'll note, too, is the quality of the steel used in these cars. Knock on the door, on the roof, on the fenders. Hear a nice, solid sound, too. In addition to that, they have a lot of safety features built into these cars, from front and rear crumple zones to side impact door beams mounted right in here, made to absorb a side impact in the event of anything you might have going through a traffic light or something like that. Side impact airbags, too. Great feature they have also is they put airbags into the seats to protect you no matter where you are sitting in the car, in addition to your side airbags. And then coming back here too, they even put the gas cap on this side here for you, so if you ever have to put some extra gas in your car on the side of the road, you're going to be out of harm's way, out of traffic. Another thing I'd like to point out here too is Volkswagen's attention to detail. From something as simple as what they have down here in the headlights, a little Volkswagen symbol for you there. Another thing is too is that in a lot of cars in this class you see they have a hood prop you have to find when you pop your hood if you ever do that sort of thing. These have a hydraulic prop, make it a little bit easier for you to get in there and check your oil or whatever it is you might want to do underneath the hood. Another thing that you'll notice as well is that how they have everything smoothed down. You could rub your finger in here and you won't cut yourself. Attention to detail like that you don't see in a lot of the other cars out there. The other thing is, too, is that they have everything color-coded. So for those of you who do like to get under the hood, it's a lot easier to see where everything's going to be, from your oil dipstick to where you're going to be putting in washer fluid, things like that. They've also got the battery located up here in the front. And again, like I said, details is something that Volkswagen pays a lot of attention to. They've even got your battery, it's covered up, and there's a protective blanket in here, protected from the heat of the engine, so it's going to last a lot longer. And then as you can see, too, it's got a very nice, solid close to it. One thing you also note here in the front as well is the smooth European lines that this car has. Very, very aerodynamic to help out with your fuel economy. In addition to that, too, you've also got freeway bumpers here in the front. This is actually pliable here. So if you ever have, love tap, during bumper-to-bumper traffic, it won't set off your airbags or tweak the frame of the car or anything like that. Worst you'll have is a paint scuff. Another great thing about the Jetta 2 is its interior space. You have a lot of space in the back for your passengers, so you can comfortably carry up to 5 people total in the car. The other thing that's nice, too, is that during those cold winter months or during the summer, everyone's going to get heating and air conditioning. They put 2 vents in the back that can be directed by whoever's sitting in the back, friends, family, anything like that, so everyone's going to be comfortable in the car. Space is something that the Jetta is not lacking for sure. As far as carrying anything extra, you have a lot of trunk space here in the back, in addition to a 60-40 split folding seat. So you can actually drop it down and still have some people sitting in the back if you need to carry a few extra things. Well, another thing, too, you don't see in very many cars is you can actually lock up these seats and the trunk so no one can get in there. So for those college students out there, or if you're carrying anything valuable you don't want anyone else to be able to get to in your car, you can actually lock that up and no one's going to be able to get in there. Another thing you'll note, too, is that you do have a full-size spare. Most cars just have a donut, one of those space saver tires. But this is a full-size Matching tires so you can keep on the road during those long road trips back east or, up to Washington, Canada, any place you may be going. You also note that it's very easy to access that. You can actually latch this up here so it's out of the way. And then you've also got some extra storage features here, place for like grocery bags, backpacks, anything like that. For you golfers out there, you can actually lay a golf bag in here horizontally by removing this, make it a lot easier. Or you can even use it as a space to stash something like, say, a laptop, because you do have a 12-volt charger that's here in the back. A few interior features here of the Jetta. New for 2009, they now have heated seats standard. You've actually got 5 different settings. Great for those cold winter months or those cold mornings when you're getting ready to go to work. Standard, it comes with a 5-speed manual transmission, but you do have the option of a 6-speed Tiptronic automatic, giving you sport shift. You can actually manually control the shifts without a clutch. Nice feature to have there. Air conditioning standard. You also have a standard CD player. One thing that's really nice is the car is going to conform to you in the way that it will fit. With the adjustments you have on the seat, you can actually raise it up, you can lower it, moving it back. You also have lumbar support for both front seats, but you can also not only tilt, but you can also telescope the wheel so you can get it right where you want it, right where you're going to be comfortable versus having to hunch up around the wheel like in a lot of older cars or different models that are out there. And then you've also got your vanity mirrors here, which actually have a light, and then place to stash things like your sunglasses. Standard on these cars, too, is traction control for 2009. It'll actually keep you on your intended course going around those windy roads, keep your wheels from locking up. It'll even control your throttle, how fast your engine's going, things like that.